Good morning everybody, Julie here from HappinessHeals.com.au. I hope this video finds you well and happy. It seems like a bit of a weird thing to say actually, because today I wanted to have a bit of a chat with you about crying and about tears and about allowing our bodies to leak. It's amazing how often we attempt to stop crying and we attempt to stop the leaking and we attempt to stop us expressing our emotions because we have fear of being judged and fear of being seen with our snot and tears and, allowing those tears out. And this morning I attended a funeral thing with my children, and I watched how different people react to death and how different people react to people passing away. And I don't think you can truly understand how you're going to react until you're actually in that space and you're going through it. And obviously depending on how close you were to the person that has passed away as to how stronger emotions you're going to have. But one thing is that no matter how the death or the passing away has happened, or no matter who it is, it touches you in some way. It touches you on some level. It affects you in some way. And I watched my three children in different stages. One was in a I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, but I want to do this. I want to pay my respects and I want to go, but I don't want to do this. And when I sat down and had a bit of a chat with him about how he was feeling, it was the fact, one, he's a very sensitive soul and he was really concerned about how he was going to feel picking up on everybody else's emotions. And he didn't want to feel sad about everybody else's emotions. My daughter, she teared up a little bit, but she also allowed herself to feel those tears. She actually allowed herself to come into herself and actually express the tears and actually express that emotion. And my other son was a little bit all over the place. But they allowed themselves to go through it. They said their respects, they paid their respects. And afterwards, that's when they broke down and they were scared about, not so much scared, but like fearful about how people are going to react to them. Because my son was saying, well, people come up and pat me on the back and saying, sorry to hear about your mate dying. And he goes, I don't want to do that, Mum. I don't want to keep reliving it. I don't want to have people doing that. And one thing I explained to him is that everybody reacts differently, and that may be the only way somebody knows how to show you affection or show you how they actually care. And the other side of it is that it's also learning to receive that hug, receive that I'm sorry for your loss, receive that message, receive that gift that somebody's wanting to give to you. And I understand it's hard. It can bring up the emotions and then bring up the sadness again. So I took them to the bush and allowed them to, hit flowers and, go into the bush and go for a walk and express how they're feeling and actually allow themselves to come into themselves before they went to school. So giving them that time to understand their emotions, to not squash them down, because I was aware and I was watching them squashing the emotions down and watching them squash the tears down. And so it's giving them that space, and I gave them that space, and then they're allowed to go. Then they were able to go back into school and start their day and actually feel much better about it. But I've noticed that everybody reacts differently to emotions and sadness, and quite often we do suppress those tears and we do squash down the emotions and we do squash down feeling sad. And the sadness is there to tell you something as well. That sadness and the tears are there to tell you something, to give you a tool, to give you an inkling of what's not working or what is working, or what emotions are trapped in your body, like what emotions are trapped in your mind, what emotions are trapped in your subconscious. And sometimes you actually just have to allow yourself to tear and snot and allow the tears to fall and allow the emotions to happen and just sit in it and be in it. It's really important. There's times for myself that I know that I feel teary or there is emotions there that I need to get out. And I find myself, I'll go, okay, I need to actually have a cry, but it's not coming out. So I'll actually sit there and I'll have a day or whatever where I'll watch soppy movies, or I'll watch really sad movies, and that allows me to cry, and I'll actually allow myself to snot and allow myself to cry and give myself that time to actually release. So I'm encouraging you that if you do feel teary, if you do feel emotional, if you do feel sad in any way, allow the tears to fall. Our bodies are meant to leak. Our bodies are meant to express those tears and those emotions. It's a part of us. And when we're not embracing all of us and understanding every part of us, that's the stuff that gets stuck in us, and that's the stuff that can cause illness and sickness and hurt and pain and all that stuff that we don't like to deal with, but yet we hold on to. So I encourage you to allow the tears, and I encourage you just to allow yourself to feel, go into the bush, allow yourself to have that cry, allow yourself to have those tears, allow yourself to feel, because afterwards you'll actually feel a lot better. So I hope this video's helped. It was lovely seeing you all again, and leave any comments if you want to ask any questions, or if you enjoyed the videos. And I hope this video will find you at a space where you are able to have tears and cry and snot. I'm Julie from HappinessHeals.com.au. I will see you soon. Bye.